Here to the studio, the Red Bull studio, here at Win Games 2017 with me, Regan Tetlow, and my good friend Ray Ahmed.
We're back. Just watched another round of VFS. That was fantastic. Fast round. It was good to watch. And up and coming, we have the FS. So round 3, right, for the FS?
Yeah, we're into round 3 now. We've had round 3 of the VFS, and we're going into round 3 of the female, and then the Open.
Oh, no. I'm sure I just woke up 5 minutes ago, Regan.
It sounds strange, with the earphones in, doesn't it? Yeah. We were up bright and early this morning, 6:30. We were here on site at 7:30. We went live at 8:15, and we are live until 9 p.m. tonight. If you've just joined us, a very warm welcome. We've got tunnel time to be won. We'll give you the details for that very shortly indeed. And we've got all the live action on screen too. Hashtag more than a tunnel. Hashtag Win Games 2017. Hashtag choose your battles wisely. Ray Ahmed.
And we're in, and we're back, starting up with a female category for round 3. So first in, we have Not Your March. Here we go, the team from Hungary. So this round, for everybody out there, is QO17A. I'm expecting it to be quite a fast round, especially when the top teams come in. There could be some variations on the Q builds. So it's 3 randoms and a block, and it's quite a fast block, but a slot switcher of a block. So again, this is one of those, it could be super fast for the trained teams out there, the more experienced teams. For those that aren't that experienced, it could be a bit tricky because obviously you do have a slot switcher in there. And that was team Not Your March from Hungary.
Yeah, great to see them. Round 3, all doing well. Big crowd out there, Ray.
It's a huge crowd out there. It's been there since like first thing this morning. It's good to see all the competitors watching, keeping a close eye on what's going on. Shows that they're not living far too much in their own bubbles. So now we have the team Papaya Femenino from Spain.
Must say a big shout out to all the organisers of Swoop Challenge in Copenhagen. They're watching us right now. It's going to be a great year for them as well when we get cracking.
When does that start, Regan?
Well, it's going to be a summertime base. We haven't got the dates finalised yet, but as it was the last couple of years, we're going to be live on the water with the best calibre pilots in the world. It's such a great year. Every year it just gets better and better.
It's fantastic. Are we going to have a series this year, Regan?
We hope so.
It'd be good to see. Going to be doing a lot of talking.
Well, we were talking about this the other day, weren't we? I said, Ray, you want to pack your job and just come and follow sport with me around the world talking all the full time. That's what I want to do.
I hope my work colleagues are listening into a live stream. Actually, no, I hope they're not.
I'm just checking through the messages now. We're getting a lot of people sending shout outs. Let us know where you are, where you're watching. If you can, take a photograph of yourself watching the screen, like David did, but put a shirt on before you do it and send us that. That'd be great.
No, yeah, definitely. Not too much nudity at this time in the morning, please.
All right, where are we up to?
So next we should have the Czech team, Hurricane Factory Chicks.
Yeah.
They're looking good, you know, very strong, consistent.
Yeah. Are they sponsored? I'm sure they are.
I'm sure they are by Hurricane Factory.
I think they have jobs as well. They're not just jumping, they're not just flying full time, are they?
I think though, some of them are tunnel instructors and one of them has a full-time job. But I think they all started out as tunnel instructors. Nice hops. I recently learnt the back piece last year, doing a little bit of work of 2-on-2 and learning the back piece, and I love Block 17 as a back piece flyer.
Because you were always a front piece for all.
Always a front piece flyer. But last year's Nationals, I flew the back piece in the UK, which was good fun. And that was Hurricane Factory Chicks from the Czech Republic. So next in we have the Polish team, Flyspot Chicks. Too many chicks in the name. Not taking in a linked exit on that key. Or a bit of... It's always hard when you have an entrance in the tunnel and you're confused right from the off, but these girls have brought it back together. It's tricky that block 17 is to be able to get enough height to get over, but to get yourself over where you're not actually being burbled by the person you're getting over. the moment they're going pretty much straight over the back, which is tricky because obviously to maintain that height and to maintain the power going over can be quite hard, but they're doing a good job. It's one of those exercises as your piece partner is learning from your piece partner and trying to help each other out. There you go. That was Team Fly Spot Chicks. Next in from the UK, we've got Team NFTO. Nice entrance into the tunnel. It's great to see. I mean, they're all learning new slots. They have a super sub, and they're all flying at a decent pace, which is good to see. They were expecting good things from them. And you know what's great to see is there's lots of smiles. It's their first competition in this format, as this team. Lots of smiling going on. It's good to see, even as they're flying as well, which is nice. NFTO from the UK. So next in, we should have one of the teams from France, women in France. Nice hops there from Anna. I expect this to be quite a fast round for the experienced team. One of the faster rounds of the meet.
Yeah. Yeah, you were saying it's got 3 randoms?
Yeah, 3 randoms, a slot switch block, but 3 randoms. But for the trained teams, this should work out pretty well. And it's quite a fast block 17. So as long as you have the memory, you train the memory, then you should be fine.
And with it being the switcher, so many people can hop over, can't they? It's not always the same person doing the hop.
No, so the back piece will switch between the hopping. So next in, we have the French national female team. The French girls.
Yeah.
And they're in.
Oh, that looks fun. Those randoms are great.
Yeah, they are very fast, huh?
And the end of that 17 is wow. Incredible.
They always bring a little bit of different. I used to like watching the Russians team as well. The Russians coming in as well with their engineering. Always used to be slightly different. Something to talk about.
Yeah, we're missing some Russians on this meet, aren't we?
Definitely missing the Russian teams this year.
They just kind of made it up as their engineering was just totally different than everybody else's, wasn't it?
It's fantastic. They'd have this theory, right, that whoever was at that point could take that point.
Yeah.
So imagine how many slots you'd have to train.
That's a lot of memory.
There we go, French girls.
Yeah, big round of applause, I'm sure, from everybody watching here in the tunnel up window.
The tunnel is getting packed. So now we're starting with the open category. So first in from Spain, we have Alacran.
Yes.
Taking an unlinked exit.
So which team is this? This is not one of the 2 Air Force teams.
No,
This
it's
is another one.
another team.
I'm not quite sure who they are.
I know, we have to find them later.
Yeah.
I think we need to send one of our roving reporters to have a chat with them.
Yep. I was asking Elena, the young girl who's doing the she's going to be talking to the juniors. I said, are you from Spain? Are you Catalan? She goes, all over the world. It's a big story. So she's got a big mix of nationalities in there. But I think she's doing her interviews in English. But
Yeah,
I'm sure
she
she
is.
can do Spanish as well.
Oh, no, of course. I'm looking forward to hearing that story.
Yeah.
Oh, some confusion here from Alacran. Oh dear. It's out of time. So that's all good. That's Team Alacran from Spain.
If you just joined us, it's 10:34 Friday morning here in Catalonia, Spain.
It's amazing. The sun is trying to break through behind us.
You having a good time, Ray?
I am.
Doing
I
a great
am.
job as always. All over it, nailing the FS commentary. #1 in the world. Here we go. I'm rap.
Amrat from France, another French team.
Yeah. We've got, did we say seven teams from France?
17.
Wow.
Somebody's got to get a medal, right?
Yeah. We hope. Commentator's curse.
Don't. I made a lot of mistakes, like with that commentator's curse for the UK teams last year. I was like, no.
It's like we say with the live events, if you get 70% of it right, you're doing a good job.
Oh, it's gone down from 80% to 70% now.
And that's why it makes you sound better.
I'm doing a good job then. That's great.
There's always somebody who emails through the next day and says, it's hour 48, 1 minute past the hour, you mentioned, pick up every single detail. All right, so
we've got Amprap at the moment.
Amprap.
And next in we'll have Aladdin,
the Hungarians.
the Hungarians.
They were all doing the photo call yesterday, and they're all the different things that they could add on, the glasses and the hats and things. I can't wait to see some of those.
We'll be doing that later.
We should do that, shouldn't we?
Definitely, yeah.
Here we go. Check out this setup, Ray.
Yeah. Leaning into that wind flow. I mean, the advantage of doing things like that, leaning into the wind flow, means you can get away from the tunnel together as a unit.
Right.
Which means that you're not stuck next to the tunnel door,
Yeah.
where there's obviously different air. And it means you can push it into the tunnel and start off from being on a level together. That's the idea of being able to have these, like, you know, you're leaning into the airflow, so you've already got the airflow around you to work with. I mean, we've gone through different iterations of doing different things, like having unlinked exits to linked exits to semi-linked entrances, exit entrance.
I call it exit.
Oh no, you can't get out of a habit.
No.
Right? Into the tunnel, and like different teams will take in different things. Like now we're seeing like some of the top teams actually taking more complicated grips into the tunnel, and like you think, okay, well maybe it'd just be easier just to take them unlinked, you know, because at least then you've not got all this compression as you're coming through into the wind flow.
And some of the longer formations, I mean, the front guy's almost at the window before the other one through the door, and sometimes I've seen people keying it and the guy is still stood, he's not actually in the airflow yet. That's legal, yeah?
It is completely legal.
They don't have to all be off the ground, right?
No. But it's interesting to see how different people actually have different techniques to flying into the tunnel, because it can shave you that extra few seconds, you know?
Yeah.
So next in the tunnel we have Team Jetmax from Belgium.
Yes. Who are these? Well, we need to find out who these are. We've not had these in competition. Well, I'm sure that individually we have, but this team's the first time we've commentated on this Jetmax.
Jetmax. I think I've seen them before. I definitely remember the helmets and the suits, and I'm wondering if it's actually Roy that coaches these guys. No, I've never had a conversation, so we're going to have to find out later.
Yeah, we'll have a look.
I'll do a bit of a wonder session and find out.
Maybe it's another team which has got a sponsor, Jetmax.
Yeah, maybe one of the Belgian tunnels.
Yeah.
They're looking good, nice and steady, you know. Or just this commentator's curse that I have. Nice and steady, and there's a brain mail.
Whatever you do, don't say Regan's doing a great job hosting the event. Right, Papi and Maschino, we were chatting to them a little bit earlier.
Yes. So they really brought it up in round 2, eh?
Yeah.
Because the girls, I think, pipped them on round 1. Just from my observation, I don't actually have the scores. But they definitely ramped it up in round 2, so it must have been round 1 nerve. So let's see what they've got for us in round 3.
Here we go, in the door right now.
Oh, bit of a fumble grip there. It's really hard because you have so little like working time. Like, you know, when you skydive and you get out of an aeroplane, it's like you have that whole ride to altitude to think about things, and you don't have a glass wall, and you don't have a whole bunch of competitors around you. So it's interesting to see how different teams cope with it, and having it being new to a competitive environment is always going to put some pressure on these teams.
Interesting that they're wearing German suits.
Well, yeah. I mean, do we have a? Yeah, we could have Sonic suits,
Yeah.
right?
But it's
Spanish
all new, I
manufacturer.
suppose. The new Spanish scene. It's like the Wild West. It's all to go for, isn't
I
it?
know, exactly. No, there's so much out there. I mean, they could, you never know. I mean, but this is like the Air Force base, these
Yeah.
teams, Air Force military base. And I know that another Spanish team, Barak, have been competing against
The
them.
Madrid yeah.
The Madrid team. They're not here, unfortunately. So I know there's a lot of competition at Spanish Nationals, but I understand that Spanish Nationals indoor is being held at this competition.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see who comes up to the top of the four.
It's exciting times. Felix Alvarez, who used to be here running the FS School and his Sky Rats and his training program for belly flying, he's now in Madrid.
Yes.
So he's at the drop zone. I always get it mixed up between Ocaña and Lido, but he's at one of those.
He's at Ocaña.
Ocaña, and he's got 3 tunnels around him. You know, if anybody's going to spark and set the world of FS on fire in Spain, it's going to be Felix for
I
sure.
bumped into Felix in last year as well. I did a
Yeah.
Hurricane Factory Madness event, and which was based in Ocaña, and it was fantastic. It was good to see him.
Yeah,
Friendly face.
He's a very committed and a very kind character as well. So Felix, if you're watching, I hope you got that money I owed you, which I paid back at Christmas.
So at the moment we have Airheads Real Fly just
Yes.
finished their round from Switzerland.
Sky 4-4, Poland next. Polonia.
Yeah, is that the Spanish?
Is that Spanish or is that the? It must be, yeah.
I think so.
It's not the Polish way, is it? 'Cause it's Polish Sky.
Polska. So yes, we have Skyfall from Poland in, and then we have the 3 Chamal teams from
Yes.
France.
Have a look at the schedule on the minute-by-minute schedule. We were down on the paper to be at 10:29. Well, it's 10:41, so we're not doing bad. We're only 8 minutes behind schedule. You know, it's to put this minute-by-minute schedule for 2 days. An incredible job by Sergey.
Amazing job by Sergey. Big shout out to Raf Bish. She has asked a question, am I commentating the Wing Games? Which means you don't have it turned on. I hope you do have it turned on right now. Yeah.
Why is she not watching?
I don't know. She's actually asking me why is this. Of course she must know.
Well, she probably won't even hear our response.
I know.
It's like a paradox.
I know. Complete paradox.
Remember, you got your chance to win 15 minutes of tunnel time. All you got to do is predict the winner in all the categories and get that on the Facebook page of Wing Games before the finals for 15 minutes.
Yeah, you might want to hedge your bets though. I'm not sure. It could be tight. And with several rounds tomorrow, what do we should find out what the cut-off time for submitting that is. We can't have people doing it like that.
It says before the final round.
Excellent.
So it will be the final round of every event, won't it?
Yeah, of course. So in the moment we have Shamal Halt in.
Yes. Just kind of on the end of that 17, just going around the outside a little bit.
Ooh, didn't have the grip there. It's always hard when the piece starts moving and the hopper's left.
Yeah.
Trying to find a grip.
Yeah.
It's like, you're really not helping me very much, guys.
You're landing in empty space.
Yes. Yeah, they're going around, they're not actually taking the vertical move round. It's Manu there, I think, in the middle. Doing a good job. And that was Shamal Halt. Next in we have Shamal Loutre. Here we go, Shamal Loutre.
We've not talked about yet the manifest system to get all these teams in the right. It's not like a skydive where you're getting on the plane 30 seconds too late. I know it's a problem, you're burning fuel, but you can get away with it. Here, you've got to be getting there in the right time, haven't you?
Exactly.
Who's looking after that?
I've forgotten her name. No, we'll find out.
Some of the staff from here.
Some of the staff from here, yeah. It's a manifesto, definitely making sure that people are lined up, ready to go.
Yeah.
As I said, because you don't have a lot of time, do you?
No.
Like in between to think about it. And you can see, actually, if you ever get a view of the wind tunnel, on one of the feeds, you actually see the queue is actually out the door.
Like 4 teams ready and waiting to go.
Getting ready to get into the chamber.
Yeah.
But it's great though, because it means you can actually watch your competitors as they fly.
Yeah.
And as you come out, you can watch your competitors.
Do you like
as
to
they fly.
watch, or would you rather not see what they're doing?
You know what? My gut says if I've just had a good round, I'm happy to watch.
Right.
If I've had a bad round, not so much.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, it's kind of like you focus on your own game, really, as a team, but you also want to experience the event as well. And a tunnel meet is such a good place to experience an event because you're all here together. So at the moment in the tunnel we have Shamal.
Shamal. Don't forget, still to come today, we got Lise with the freestyle and Emma with the dynamic. It's great to have all these fantastic girls with me in the studio, and they're going to be with us very shortly indeed. Well, in the meantime, it's all the action with the FS.
Regan and his bevy of beauties.
You know, anybody would have thought I would have booked it that way.
Oh, cunning. I like it.
Somebody said the other day they were trying to get Martin Dedrick to be part of the commentary team, so the girls had something nice to look at. Of course. I was like, what about?
I'm sorry, I wasn't disappointed at all.
Wow. At least I've got a good voice. Anyway, next up, the Monaco team.
Yes. Brightly coloured, different lineup. Seem a little bit more. I remember watching the Monaco teams in the past. It'd be all the old boys getting together, and now it's a little bit different. You know, the younger team, younger lineup, look a little bit more hungry, doing a little bit more training.
When they first came back, it was all ex-French national champions in the 8 weight. Yeah.
But I think we're moving on now. Some fresh blood, talent.
Have you been to Monaco?
I have been
Beautiful,
to Monaco.
eh?
Beautiful place.
You're the one who invited us over. Thank you very much. We'll take that. You were in Geneva the other day, working?
Yes, working in Geneva. It was a shame, really, because I was a few hours from here, but I had to go back to the UK and then come back out here.
What do you think about this block move? Here it is.
I think they're doing a good job.
Nice.
I mean, you know,
They're not holding it at the
No.
end. It's complete and off.
they also go around the side. They're not really taking because obviously it's a slot switcher for the back piece.
Yeah.
You can, you know, one team member, somebody who normally hops is probably more used to that hop.
Yeah.
So some people might take the vert. One member might take going around the side. So it just depends.
Okay, flying now. Amnesia, Italy.
Yeah.
Italia.
I'm liking watching these guys fly. You can tell they put the effort in. I'm looking forward to big things from these guys. They're going to continue to fly. I mean, train. Reaching a little bit for that grip to the top of the 17 for the inside center. Very much they have that light grip mentality, you know, when they're taking the grips.
Yeah.
Nice that the hopper taking their time to make that hop. I guess it's not the easiest random sequence to put together, but you know, at the end of the day, it's 3 randoms.
Yeah. using all the room.
Yeah, and they're a fairly tall team. Oh, somebody's lost a booty. Oh dear. That didn't stop them. So next in we have Full Motion from Poland.
Yes. We had a water bottle in there 2 days ago. It kind of came through the door, up, down and under, and then back up, and it was stuck under the net.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That took a little bit of time to get it out and restart the competition. Well, the training.
I bet somebody felt really bad about putting their water bottle that close to the tunnel.
Well, there was about 20 in there in the ante-room, I believe. So they couldn't decide who was the responsible.
See, that's the thing, just that reaching for that grip from inside center to outside center can hose the hopper completely with a hop. Or inside center or tail, sorry, I should say. Whoever's hopping. I remember flying this when I fly as the outside center in the 17. That you always want to get going before your inside center is actually ready to make the hop.
Yeah.
And it always hoses them. And you always get some big eyes going, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" So next in we have Team Chimera. Let's see what they can do. Nice. Oh, fumble for a grip there. Somebody wanting to move on to the 17. Oh, it's a bit throwing them a little bit. I hope they reset. There we go. Not the best round from Chimera. I think they had a few glitches in there and they haven't reset really from it. But they do love to compete and I'm sure they'll come back stronger in the following rounds. Team Chimera from the UK.
All right.
Next in we have Team Ninja 4.
Remember, as soon as we get some scores, we'll be getting them to you. We're finishing off round 3 of the FS now, so we should start seeing some scores coming through, shouldn't we, Ray?
Yeah, we should start to see some scores. And it'll be interesting to see if everything that I've been talking about is actually correct. We might need to take that number down to 60%, Regan.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. Coming up after this round of competition, we've got a chat with one of the engineers from ABB, the magic behind the scenes of how this wind happens. We'll be finding out all the details of the technology very shortly. Here we go now. These got Pete Allen there, the focus of that green helmet.
They're getting into a rhythm now. It's nice.
Best we've seen from them this morning, isn't it?
They've definitely ramped it up as the rounds progressed. It's good to see. Nice. Nice round.
Incredible.
Good round that. Ninja 4.
World-class four-way. Right there.
A world-class four-way, throw it together team. Love it.
Yeah.
So next in we should have Team Tenanin from Mauritania.
Remember, the captain, the sponsor of this team, broke his pelvis last year, so, you know, big respect for getting himself back in there.
Huge amount of respect for that.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the catch that they're making on the 17, you know, there's always that thing of where it should actually land, so they might have just busted there because I think there was a catch taken on the shoulder.
Right. Yeah, there's talk about that, the shoulder and wearing the arm, it is legal.
Let's see if the judges actually pick up on that. Ah, some confusion, a bit of a breakdown there. They look so similar, I guess. QO. That's a shame because, you know, if you have a breakdown in the round as you're going through and it's early on, if you don't get it back immediately, it disrupts the rhythm for the whole round.
Yeah.
That was Team Tenanin. So next in we have Team France Real Fly Sion. We need to shorten that name.
Yes.
Or the outdoor French national team. Nice, they're going for it right from the off.
This is how you do it.
Yep, look at those hops. Is that slightly the kind of two techniques of like hopping over on the 17? Like these guys, you can see they're actually literally going directly over.
Yeah.
Their outside center, not really going around the side a little bit. So it doesn't leave you a lot of time. So that timing has to be perfect, but they're executing really well.
I mean, these guys in Poland, some of the moves are almost knee flying, they're vertical.
And if you there's some amazing images of like where the legs actually are. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people watching on the outside of the tunnel will actually have to see that from the level view. Do like watching their 17s. That was an awesome round.
Big legs as he comes over the top, almost tracking to stop.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
That was a good round. So next in we'll have Team Gavroche Wimby.
Gavroche. Is that mean right? Or is that?
I think so. No,
French?
Gauche is
Gauche.
left. Gauche is left and Droite is right, right?
Yeah. So Gavroche, we don't know.
I don't know.
Well, here they go.
Bunch of linguists that we are.
incredible different speed than what we've just seen.
Exactly, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's super fast. It's just not
Yeah.
as fast as what we've just seen.
Yeah, that's right. So, we are watching a masterclass, aren't we?
Yeah.
Still to come, Qatar Tigers, Wimby, Lille and Hayabusa on this round.
That was an awesome round from France, Real Fly Sion. Just goes to show that these guys aren't hanging around. So
No.
how fast that previous round was,
Yeah.
you can actually see the difference. Also, same technique on the 17 for the hopper. It's a good round. I think they were pipped by their French team.
I think so. And we're going to see a faster round from the next three teams and what we saw from Real Fly Sion.
I don't know, it's great.
Tigers, Lille and Hayabusa. Sure we can. Here come the Tigers,
Tigers.
Qatar Tigers. Let's see what they can do now compared to what we just saw from that French team 2 teams ago. The start was...
Bit. I don't know whether it was my view or I just couldn't see it, but it looked a bit hesitant.
Yeah,
They're going for it though.
yeah.
Some nice hopping. They're just so small. Ah, bit of hesitation there on the hop.
That will cost them.
Commentator's curse. I'm going to stop
Yes.
speaking for a little while again.
It's fast, isn't it? It's not as smooth as what we saw from Real Fly Sion, but I mean, that was an absolute masterclass
It
of this,
was, yeah.
of these three
It's
rounders
definitely
on
the
the
best
block.
I've seen so far.
Yeah,
Oh dear.
slowing down at the end. Here it goes. That's time out, I think.
Yeah, definitely time out.
Big round of applause, Qatar Tigers, ladies and gentlemen, in the coming to the end of round 3 of this Wing Games 2017 competition.
Yeah, they've had some up and down rounds. So round 2 is pretty strong, but round 1 and 3, not as good as they would have hoped for, I imagine.
All right, now then, the aggression of the French with the Roy put together in these new blue suits. What's going to happen here? Let's see this. Bam, bam.
Look at those hops.
That hop is fast.
And fast.
Wow.
And fast.
You can hardly see separation from the beginning of the
know.
block to the end of the block. Boom.
That's super nice. Ooh, that's close to cool. I think that's the bottom camera I was looking
Yeah.
at. There. Fantastic. Super fast, huh? I can't get the words out fast enough.
He's like
but
he's on
actually-
that hop is like he's on rails. It's
I
like
know.
he releases a grip and he's got the other side of it straight.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's like I'm just going from, just moving my hand slightly.
Yeah.
It's like there's no vertical involved at all. Amazing.
I remember first training that block, it took me about 10 seconds to get from one end to the other. Wow, that was incredible. Big round of
Amazing.
applause from the audience
Huge
here
round of
at Wing
applause.
Games here in Ampere, Brava and Hayabusa next. This is all heated up and it's only round 3, Ray.
I know. I did say this was going to be a fast one. Oh, Hayabusa in the door.
Wow, here we go, Ray. That's fast as well.
It is. I'm not talking very much because I'm trying to watch.
Yeah. It's hard to judge, eh?
It is hard to judge. I mean, we have a slightly different technique on the.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, they lost a couple of points there on a random sequence.
That's going to make a
It's
difference.
going to make a huge difference.
Pressure's on.
Yeah, we did say it was going to happen. They-
Gary
Oh.
Smith there watching. We can just see his head at the bottom of the screen.
You know, for guys that haven't had that much indoor training, but this is probably what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, it's going to make an interesting competition.
It
It's
is.
been a while since we've had competition in 4-way indoor array. And we're going to, wow, it's going to be an interesting time and a great competition. 3 rounds done already of the 4-way. Wow, what an interesting competition we've had so far. 2 hours of live action with the FS, the VFS, the Open and the Female. And what an intense round that was with the top teams. Incredible. We're going to calm the pace down a little bit. We're going to catch up with Mark Casanova. Good afternoon, Mark. How are you? Good morning, shall I say?
Meet you. Nice to meet you.
And you're from ABB.
Yes, exactly. I'm made from ABB, and we are covering this technology that enables the wind tunnel to flow.
So we're watching all the action now, people flying around through the sky. You're going to tell us a little bit about how it works, how many engines are we using, and where are they?
Actually, there are 4 massive electric fans, and they are controlled by ABB industrial drives, which enables to vary the wind speed of the wind flow between 150 and 300 kilometers per hour in less than 1 second.
And that's like a Category 5 hurricane, isn't it?
It is. And actually, in order to make comfortable movements, the operators need to adjust the wind speed to match the skydiver's needs.
We use it's called a variable speed drive. That's what allows us to maneuver. Is that what we're looking at here?
Yes, this one is one of the drives from ABB. This is the smaller one. The drive can be as big as a cabinet or small like this one. They are in all kinds of factories, in all kinds of big facilities, and they power motors, pumps, fans, and a lot of machines. Yeah.
And that wind, that 300 kilometers, like Hurricane 5, if that stops, what happens?
Yeah, actually, as you know, the wind tunnel is running 12 hours every day, and every day of the week. So as ABB, we bring a service package that we give technical support 24/7 if something happens, and also if we need to bring an engineer to these facilities, the engineer could be there in between 4 to 24 hours, but we try to be as fast as we can.
Where are you based, Mark?
We are in Barcelona, in Sant Quirze. We are a global company, but we give the support from there, from Barcelona.
You must be very proud to see this amazing technology in practice. It must be a great feeling.
Yes, and also we have not only the drives, but the control system, the interface with which the operator is running and controlling. All this is by ABB, so we are so glad that this technology is our technology, and we can make it possible, like wind games.
It's incredible that we can go from no wind power to that full 300 kilometers in a fraction of a second. How is that possible, just from this technology?
Yes, this technology is so precise, so the operators need to adjust so quickly the response from the power electronics and everything. And this is one of the key factors from our products and from our services.
And have you had a flight yet?
No, I would like to.
I'm going to get you in there, I'm sure, at some point. We've got a nice team with you as well. How many people have you got here?
We have 4 people here. I'm the sales service specialist, and then we have 3 other people from marketing, and they are posting tweets and Instagram photos and Facebook videos, so everyone can see this. Not even the people watching the wind games, but also people in the industry, because this is a really nice application.
Well, Mark Casanova from ABB, thanks very much for joining us, and thanks for supporting Wind Games 2017.
Thank you too.
Right, we're going back to the action very, very shortly indeed. Ray's in the studio, I'll be with her. It's all live and it's all heating up for a great event.